Xin chào, what's up everybody? Alright, today we're going to talk about should you retire in Vietnam. I'm going to give you the pros, the cons. We're also going to talk a little bit about Thailand, as I have a lot more knowledge about Thailand now that I've been there recently instead of like 10 years ago. Not too much changed in Bangkok, to be honest with you. It's kind of the same. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to talk about, is this the right place for you to retire? And I'm going to give you the pros, I'm going to give you the cons, and I'm going to tell you what I would do right now with the current situation, with the way that it is. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first, there is no retirement visa in Vietnam, which is pretty much a deal breaker for me. It would be a deal breaker. The reason why I originally chose Vietnam is because I had been here. I knew it was cheap. I knew the people were nice. I knew the women were great. You could open up a checking account on a tourist visa back then. You had a lot more power as a person on a travel visa here, essentially. So it was much easier to start up living here on a 1-year multiple entry tourist visa. Or you could do the 1-year business. So I mean, it was just a whole hell of a lot easier to stay here long term. This is the biggest problem I have with, if someone was to ask me, I would still probably say yes, because there's workarounds for all that stuff. You know, the biggest thing would be you'd want to do is get a Charles Schwab account, Fidelity account, some kind of high-end checking account that doesn't charge you any money to take money out of ATMs around the world. So then you could pretty much withdraw money no problem. You don't really ever need huge amounts of money, sums, in Vietnam. So that'd be a pretty good route. But you know, that's a big problem though. Is right now, we've only got a 1-month single entry visa in Vietnam. And what are you gonna do with a 1-month single entry visa? I mean, that means right now, people that are living here, and there's a lot of my viewers are living here on the 1-year or the 1-month tourist visa. They have to go do a visa run and go somewhere every 30 days. And while it's not that big of a deal, after a while, after you're trying to live somewhere and you're years into it, it could start to get annoying. Even a year into it, I could see it potentially getting pretty annoying. So I mean, what really needs to happen is at least bring back that 90-day. It's been talked about. Supposedly it was voted on already. And there's so much different information from people on the internet and here. I think they know what's going to happen. And you don't know what's going to happen. Like, you have to literally just check. I think by the end of June, they're supposed to announce whether it got passed. I have no idea why it wouldn't get passed. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to think that it wouldn't get passed. I mean, everybody wants that visa. It makes sense. I know it's not going to provide a huge bump in tourism here. It's just going to apply to the people that kind of just want to live here. And I think they know that too. But what they should do is they should do like Thailand, and they should offer a retirement visa for somebody that's over 50. If you can prove you've got X amount of dollars, or they want you to put X amount of dollars in a bank account here that you'll need to spend anyways, I don't see a problem with that. You know, I think you could easily do $1,000 to $2,000 for a 2-year retirement visa here, and people would pay it. You know, if I'm an older guy, 50 plus, 60, and I wanted to retire here, and you told me every 2 years I got to give you $1,000 to $2,000 to stay here with no problems, I can leave, go do what I want, I don't got to fuck with stamps, I ain't got to do anything. Okay, let's go. I think that is a problem with Thailand, is you got to redo a lot of the paperwork. I don't think you can just stay on that retirement visa without doing anything. But even if they make you do something like, I'm not sure, I'm just kind of think I remember someone telling me something like that. I could be wrong about the Thailand thing, but you know, what would be the big deal even if you had to do a little something every year or 6 months or something on your retirement visa, you know? I don't see that being a essential deal killer for the whole scenario. Now, they have made it pretty easy for a guy over 50 to stay in Thailand. I forget the price of their retirement visa. I think you can get one for like $300-400 and you don't have to prove that you have anything. You know, there's a loophole around all that stuff. I would do it the regular way. I always do all this stuff the right way. I don't I'm not big into like paying somebody. Like the big thing here used to be, I'm gonna buy a TRC card for $2,000 and be on some random person's company that I don't even know the name of the company, and I'm the CEO of the company, and they're filing for a loss every year, and they're fucking dicking around with taxes on the government, and your name is all over that shit if somebody actually decides to look at it. Fortunately, not too many people ever really had a problem with buying the TRC cards, but that would never be a route that I would go. I would always do everything official paperwork, especially if it's somewhere you want to be and live, because you get caught once and it's bad enough, like you're fucked. They might blacklist you forever. Like, why is it worth it? Just do it the right way. Like, if you're so broke to where you can't figure out a couple $1,000 or $1,000 to get the proper visa and put money in an account to prove it, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You probably need some work on your finances before you decide to pull the trigger. Where's she going? Across the street for that, boys. You're welcome. And ladies. I know people appreciate of all genders. So, I mean, if you hard press me right now and go, would I retire in Vietnam? God damn. Or would I retire in Thailand? Depending on how much, like, somebody let me know in the comment section, how much extra stuff do you have to do in Thailand? Say I've got the elite visa. I know the elite visa you have to check. You have to do some kind of renewal of shit like every 90 days. 90 or 6 months. I can't remember what Humphrey said. Router Gods is his channel. He does a bunch of shit on Thailand. He has the elite visa. He's one of my friends as well. I know you got to do something. Man, if you pushed me and pressed me, I would say still Vietnam. I'd pick Vietnam. I would just hang out and travel every month and go somewhere new until a longer visa comes out for me. Thailand would be a quick second place though. Like, you know, if they didn't have the scenario of where you would renew the thing, I could probably set up shop in Thailand, but I wouldn't be there that much. Like, that would be my thing. I would be traveling constantly if I like home based in Thailand, because I don't like it that much. Like, it's not, Bangkok's not much of an adventure. I don't care what anybody says. It's like a modern new city that mainly was shopping and pagodas and shopping. A lot of malls. So I mean, I'd be hard pressed to like be staying there a lot. But I could envision myself, if I'm on a budget and I'm traveling around, I could envision myself getting a pretty cheap apartment in Bangkok for $300 to $500, parking my stuff there, and then just traveling all around. You know, if I had to do it all over again, like the YouTubing and stuff, I would probably just stick to live streaming probably. So I mean, that's what we've been doing a lot lately. You know, you've seen me kind of take a backseat approach to YouTube videos over the past week or two. Kind of just deciding, is it really worth, you know, continuously putting all my daily effort into it? And the income keeps going down and down and down each month with YouTube, as they're trying to put money into Shorts creators' hands through ad revenues, and then it affected everybody else's ad revenue. So like, you know, I could make so much more money live streaming, and I think it's pretty fun. But I decided, hey, I'm not a quitter. I don't care if I'm not going to get paid shit on YouTube. I'm still going to put out a shit ton of content that's helpful to people around the world making decisions about, you know, traveling or living in Asia, Southeast Asia, because that's kind of what the channel has become, really. Yes, I'm a hardcore Vietnam vlogger, but we travel to a new country every 2 months-ish, sometimes 3, depending on the money situation and what's going on with me and my wife and the family at home, you know. We're considering having a kid, so things might get a little crazier if that happens. You know, her mom, though, and her family said they would fully help us take care of the kids, so I'll still be able to travel and do my thing and make money to pay the bills, you know. So I don't know if I could choose one. I would choose still Vietnam over Thailand, because I just think the state of living is better for me, for my personal You need to go to both countries and hang out extensively. If you're seriously considering moving to Southeast Asia and retiring, you need to go to each country for like a month plus, for a while, dude. Like, you can't just go for 10 days or 5 days and be like, this is cool, I'll do this. You've got to fully jump into it, you know, and come check it out and see what it's like. And then live, like, my recommendation would be to live in an area you have in mind that you want to live, say in Saigon or Bangkok, and then, you know, stay a week at a hotel in that area and see how it is walking around, and like, are things set up for you, like with the people and the environment and all that stuff. Like, you got to really do that, and then pick where you're gonna kind of go. So yeah, we're back full time shooting videos. I do live stream almost at least 4 days a week on Kick.com. We're gonna stop dual streaming on YouTube, even though it's helpful to the Kick, of course, to get people over to Kick. I think we're gonna do a couple more weeks of just dual streaming to get my YouTube audience over to Kick. Again, Kick is not a substitute for YouTube. Kick is a live streaming platform that rivals Twitch. Not much to do with YouTube. I understand for a lot of you, you guys are like, oh, I just watch your videos, I don't care about the live stream. That's okay then, don't worry about it. But if you do want to live stream and you want to help me make money, then go to kick.com/fatandbroke. Follow me on there and watch me stream. And I think you'll have a good time, you know. I try to put a lot of good effort into the live streams and have fun, and I think we do, you know. And as far as Patreon, if you want to go on a tour, if you want to come hang out with me when you're here and see what a local does and know all the hot spots, you know, where to go have fun late at night, middle of the night, you know, where to eat, you can book a tour with me. And you can sign up for the Patreon for like $5 a month. And then you can DM me on there and we can set up a tour. We'll go on the tour, and then you pay me whatever you want at the end of the tour. I am extremely busy right now. I would love to be able to hang out with all you guys for free and just shoot the shit and kick it. Like, unfortunately, my time does not allow me to do that. So that's why the whole paywall thing exists for that. I wish there was another way around it, but honestly, just with the amount of time I have, and I barely got enough time for my wife. I mean, it's just a lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would still choose Vietnam to retire in. I think Thailand's an excellent second choice. I don't know too much about the visa situations outside of these two countries. As of right now, on paper, Thailand's better and easier. Problems you will have in Vietnam living on your 1 month, you will not be able to get a checking account. You will still be able to rent an apartment, no problem. And you'll have to leave the country every 30 days. You'll have no choice. So I think in Thailand, it's gonna be a bit easier. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to access, I don't know if you can get a bank account on their tourist thing either. I don't know. I would imagine on their retirement visa, they're gonna give you the option to open a checking account, but heck, I'm not even sure on that, you know? I'd have to double check that. If you know, let me know in the comments. And in the comment section, let me know where you would retire. Like, would you choose Thailand or would you choose Vietnam? And why do you find one better than another? You know, let me know in the comment section. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this stuff as well. So, I mean, I had a great time in Thailand. I've still got more videos in Thailand. I gotta do some microphone work, and we'll put those out on the regular channel too. We've got the creator series coming up on Patreon, which has been taking me forever. I've refilmed videos, reshot videos, but pretty much how to be a YouTuber and how I would do it in this day and age. If you ask me what I would do now, like camera equipment and things like that. I think you would find it very interesting. If you're kind of even a little bit curious into getting into being a YouTuber or a live streamer or a social media presence, it's not a bad idea to head over to the Patreon and check out that content that I'm going to be putting out. And there's tons of other stuff on there too. So yeah, I would retire to Vietnam still. I think both countries are great. Let me know what you think. I hope this video was helpful for you. I kind of just stuck to basic things I think the overall cost of living is cheaper in Saigon as well, comparative to Bangkok. I think the living arrangements are quite close as far as like getting a good apartment in a desirable location for the same about price. It seems that food, drink, and just stuff overall is about 10 to 20% more expensive in Thailand. I spent quite a bit more money than I would in a day in Thailand, so I don't know. That could just be because I was a tourist, but you know, there was days there where I was acting like I lived there, so I wasn't, you know, going crazy and trying to waste money on a bunch of shit. I ended up spending 5,000 baht like every day, around every day. Yeah, about that every day I was there. So we are going to start a fund for the next trip, which is going to be Japan. That'll be all covered on the live streaming. So yeah, as ever, I thank you guys so much for following me. I thank you guys for watching the channel. I'm sorry I took a little week off there, but I appreciate you guys. We're back. We're going to be pumping out content every day. There's going to be a video every single day on YouTube. There's going to be a video on Patreon. I think the goal for Patreon now is 2 videos a week. That's really where we're at. So that's the video. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.